George Gordon, Lord Byron, wrote, "There's music in the sighing of a reed. There's music in the gushing of a rill. There's music in all things if we have ears. The earth is the music of the spheres." Hello once again, I'm Don Jackson, and welcome to the beautiful land of music and the heartbeat of the internet. Giuseppe Mazzini once said, "Music is the harmonious voice of creation, an echo of the invisible world, one note of the divine concord which the entire universe is destined one day to sound." J.R.R. Tolkien, in one of his tales about Middle-earth, said the universe was created by a single note of unbelievably beautiful music. Scientists believe that the universe came into being with a big bang. I think I like Tolkien's vision better, unless that bang is the only way scientists know how to describe that note in words we can understand. Thomas Carlyle wrote, "The meaning of song goes deep. Who in logical words can explain the effect music has on us? A kind of inarticulate, unfathomable speech, which leads us to the edge of the infinite and lets us, for a moment, gaze into that." I'm pleased to be able to announce that the new Chicken Soup for the Soul collection, Christmas in Canada, is now available in bookstores across Canada and available in the United States and around the world on Amazon.com. The book features 101 stories that will fill your heart with the joy of the holiday season. I think it will make a most precious gift to those who are close to your heart. I think you know by now that I have an original story in this collection, and I can't wait for you to read it. You're also invited to the book launch on November the 4th in Toronto. All the info can be obtained by clicking on the link at the top of this page after you finish watching and listening to this webcast. Incidentally, I will be reading my story at the launch, and I look forward to meeting you. I hope you will help me spread the message of this wonderful book to family and friends. When we respond to an artist's music, we may be listening to just a few notes of the divine creation. According to the Book of Knowledge, and I quote, "We must learn to know all the different ways of touching the notes, and many other things besides. We must know what to do when we want to hear soft, singing voices. If we would hear the wings of the wind, we must learn the secret of quite a different way of approaching the notes." When an artist paints a picture, he does not try to manage with one brush. He has need of many. There are the large, bold effects which need big brushes. There are the dainty little details requiring the lightest treatment, such as no big brush could ever give. So it is with the piano. If only we take the trouble to find the right brushes, the secrets will come to us. And when we play, those who listen will lose themselves in the beauty of the story. Again, according to the Book of Knowledge, Once upon a time, there was a very great man. He wrote deep, glorious music. His name was Beethoven. And if we want to understand and to learn from him, we must know what it is to listen to the songs in the trees, to hear the music in the rippling stream. The great Beethoven loved country rambles. Many of these beautiful themes came to him while he sat under a tree, and he scribbled them down so that his wonder dreams should be shared by all the children of earth. He has given us stories of lightning and thunder. Sometimes his music shows us the story of the sunset, or he takes us into the quiet and we feel he is telling us of peaceful summer skies. Yes, he has left us every sort of song that mortal ear can hear. And if we want to conjure up these stories for ourselves, we have much to learn. The new Chicken Soup collection, Christmas in Canada, is now in Canadian bookstores and available in the United States and around the world via Amazon.com. Check out the links on this page to learn more about the November 4th, 2014 book launch in Toronto, which you are invited to, and to order your copy as well. If you are planning on attending the launch, you must RSVP because space is limited. I will be reading my original story at the launch that is included in the collection. I think my story would also make the perfect reading to your family on Christmas Day. I hope you will consider this unique gift for family and friends on your holiday gift list. G.A. Studdard Kennedy from I Believe said that a piece of music is a strange thing indeed, and I quote, Beethoven sits up, deaf, and the music of the Moonlight Sonata sings itself in his head. He takes wood pulp and some black liquid and a bit of steel and makes blobs and lines and scratches on it. He dies, gets buried, and my friend comes into the drawing room and sits down at a big lump of wood with some wires and hammers inside. He pulls out a music book, looks at it, beats the notes that work the hammers, and there floats out upon the air the same stream of delicious sounds that sang themselves in the brain of Beethoven. And I sit here and see again moonlight on still water shining, and hear the rippling of a little stream, and feel the touch of summer air. I think it is safe to say that all musicians approach the writing of their music very seriously. They hear the music inside their heads and take great pains to translate it so that we feel the same emotions they did while composing it. Again, from the Book of Knowledge, quite the best and yet the most difficult thing of all is to play a simple melody. The piano must really sing. That one idea must be our king of thoughts. The piano must sing. We must listen very carefully to each tone. We have a king of thoughts, and now we have found the queen. And as we want to remember both of them, we must say them over again to ourselves. We must learn to make the piano sing. We must never touch a note without listening to it. Daphne Rose Kingma, in her book A Garland of Love, Daily Reflections on the Magic and Meaning of Love, published by Canary Press, wrote, and I quote, "There are certain experiences, running, dancing, making love, listening to music, reading scintillating prose, that take us out beyond the boundaries between flesh and spirit. When we are in this pure, undifferentiated state of being, separated not even from ourselves, we are in the state of love." End quote. Do you remember the film City of Angels that starred Meg Ryan and Nicolas Cage? You might remember the scene early on in the movie when the angels are gathering on the beach to listen to the music of the sunset. It is the one sensory experience they are entitled to. The film leads us to believe that the angels are not able to experience the sensory world that we enjoy. But we are also led to believe that we can't hear the music they do in the sunrise and the sunset. The angels gather together on the beach twice daily. It is a ritual they wouldn't want to miss. The film makes it very clear that we mortals have a tendency to take for granted so much of the invisible and visible world around us. The angels close their eyes and savor each and every moment privately, for the experience is unique to each one of them. You might also remember the scene where the fallen angel messenger asks Seth if the angels still gather to listen to the music. He joins them one last time and strains his ears to listen. But no longer an angel, he is denied what he once cherished so much. His response is to rip off his clothes and jump into the pounding surf to experience what being human allows him to feel. It is a natural and unconscious reaction. Our bodies begin to move when we hear music that resonates within us. Servant and master am I, servant of those dead and master of those living. Through me, spirits immortal speak the message that makes the world weep and laugh and wonder and worship. I tell the story of love, the story of hate, the story that saves, and the story that damns. I am the incense upon which prayers float to heaven. I am the smoke which palls over the field of battle where men lie dying with me on their lips. I am close to the marriage altar, and when the graves open, I stand nearby. I call the wanderer home. I rescue the soul from the depths. I open the lips of lovers, and through me the dead whisper to the living. One I serve as I serve all. I speak through the birds of the air, the insects of the field, the crash of waters on rock-ribbed shores, the sighing of wind in the trees, and I am even heard by the soul that knows me in the clatter of wheels on city streets. I know no brother, yet all men are my brothers. I am the father of the best that is in them, and they are the fathers of the best that is in me. I am of them, and they are of me. For I am the instrument of God. I am music. I hope you will use the links at the top of the page to find out more about my first published work in the new Chicken Soup collection, Christmas in Canada, available now in Canadian bookstores and around the world via Amazon.com. Have you figured out what this writer in the series, The Book of Knowledge, was actually talking about? It was part of an instruction to those learning to play the piano. Again, I quote, "This wonderful world of music is an enchanted land, and its many gates can be opened even by us, although it is possible for them to remain fast locked. It all depends on whether we know the right keys. We shall have to think very much about our fingers, a great deal about our hand, and our arm will need much thought too. But all that is only the means to the end. We are like travelers in a new country, and we come to a high stone wall. Some people think only of the stones, but we have heard that there is a glorious treasure inside, and we are eager to find it as quickly as possible. See, between the stones there is a chink which shows us a glimpse of the light within. So while we work away at the stones, let us never forget that the object of our working is to get through into the treasure house, where so much beauty is waiting for us." End quote. Good night, sweet dreams. I'm Don Jackson.